In this video, I'm going to show you how to transfer the changes made in nuke to our multi-light setup and put them inside Arnold in Maya. So to do this, we're going to make an adjustment to this beauty render. I'm going to make the key light a little bit more strong. So I'm going to use the exposure node. Try always to use the exposure node because it gives you a realistic way to treat light. Also, never use densities in the adjust in tab. Always use stops so we can have like real control of our lights. Now, if in case we want to make the light stronger, we should increase the value of the exposure. Let's say, for instance, 1.2. And in order to transfer this value or this light intensity into Arnold, what we have to do is select the light, and here in the exposure, we want to add this 1.2 value to our exposure. We want to make a plus operation. So 1 plus 1.2 would be 2.2. And as you can see, the result is very similar to what we have in nuke. In case we want to decrease the intensity of the light, we can decrease it here first in nuke, and let's say minus 0.6. And if we go back here and add this value, it would be 1 plus minus 0.6, which give us a value of 0.4. So now we can tell that there are very similar results we got here. Now, what if we want to change the color of a specific light? For instance, we want to give the fill light a bluish tone. To do this, we go to the fill light. We're going to create a gray node. So in order to make it a little bit blue, instead of increasing the value of the blue channel to a higher value, we're going to decrease the other two channels, so the blue channel is going to have more importance in the color information. So this is because we don't want values that are higher than 1 or lesser than 0. We want to keep the color values in a range between 0 and 1. So I'm going to go here in the gray node and untick the the blue channel so we don't affect this channel, and decrease the gain of the other two channels. So if I go here, we're going to have a blue tint. I'm going to increase the exposure of it too, so we can have a better look of what we are doing here. Okay, 0.2. So now we have a blue tint on the fill light. So to transfer this adjustment into Arnold, we're going to have to select the fill light, and as I did before, add this exposure value from the exposure node. Remember to change from density to stops, and add this 2.6 value to this 0 value here. So it would be 0 plus 2.6 equals 2.6. And then for the color, we have to select the color in the light. Be sure to select this RGB 0 to 1 and we're gonna just copy the same value 0.38 from the channels red and the channel green and paste it in this tab. So channel red and channel green. Now if we take a look here, we have almost the same result as in nuke. It's never going to be the same result because we have also the GI, the reflection, also the materials could be affected in a different manner, but it's going to be pretty similar to what we have in nuke. So this is super useful in case you want to adjust your colors of the lights and the intensities before you go back to your render engine, and so you can be sure that what you're doing inside the 3D package is going to work when you make the final render.